Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking on Carnoustie 2021 Scotland. Carnoustie is a world famous golf links course located in Angus, Scotland, just north of Dundee, and it has hosted the Open Championship no fewer than 8 times. Hailed by many as Britain's toughest golf links, this is really going to offer me up a real challenge. So let's take a look at the course settings. Fairways are soft, greens are firm, the green speeds are fast, time of day is noon, and the weather is overcast. Let's have a look at the tee options. We do have 4 tee options. We're going to be swinging from the blue tees, which are playing 7,564 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. As always guys, I cannot thank you all enough for the continued support on the channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to smash the subscribe button. So here we are on the first hole of the Carnoustie Championship golf course. It really is a stunning yet extremely challenging golf course. Fantastic facilities on site as well. There's our first view of the Barry Burn, probably world famous for Jean Van de Velde having issues on it, but that does come into play on the final part of the golf course. So with that 13-mile-per-hour wind, we do manage to get the perfect there, and we are just taking us down the centre of the fairway. That is going to leave me nothing more than a pitch shot. The fairways are extremely tough and tight on this golf course. So just applying full backspin here with the wind behind us. Hopefully it does sit down after a firm bounce. So another perfect, so swinging well so far. That should bite. It does bite, and that is going to set up an opening birdie putt from 5 feet out. Green speeds are 173. Very little movement in this putt, just going to play it firm. And we do kick things off at Carnoustie with a well-deserved birdie. Hole number 2, we do have a 17-mile-per-hour wind. Wow, if we can find the fairway, once again this will be nothing more than a pitch shot into the green. So another perfect, and that is going to be way past 330 yards once that ball comes to sit down. That is a monster drive. 360 yards we've nailed that from the tips. Anything right of the pin here should be decent, so just going to play the wind, applying full backspin to this gap wedge, and hopefully we can get this one close to the flag stick. It's a baby slow, but this ball should kick left. It's actually going to come up a little bit short, but it is going to leave me for another birdie opportunity. It's an uphill putt from 13 feet. This putt is turning from right to left, but once again going to hit it firm, try and take a little bit of the turn out of it. And that really is another fantastic putt. And with that, I do find myself 2 under through 2 at the Open Championship venue. So this is really the first time the winds went against me here, so I am going to play a huge fade shot against the wind and try and take a lot of yardage off this tee shot with the driver. It's a baby fast, but that ball is going to turn, and once again it's going to be another pitch shot, just coming up short of Barry Burn there. This is a really difficult pitch with the wind. I'm just going to have to deal off this and apply a little bit of backspin. Try to play the slope on the left hand side off the flag stick. It's another perfect. This should kick right for me. It has done. Oh, it checked up instantly. So just applied a little bit too much backspin there, but this is a really straightforward putt. I'm just going left edge. That ball should comfortably turn back into the... Oh, wow, that actually turned away from the hole.
Alright, for the par.
Wow, very surprised at that. So there we go. Very confusing putt, but it does happen sadly in this game. We should be 3 under. I may have misread it, but I can only go with the grids. So hole number 4, with a good tee shot here, this should be nothing more than a flop or a splash shot onto the green if we can find the fairway. It's a baby slow. We are going to find the right hand side of the fairway. This ball should kick left, but these really are strong winds that we are experiencing here. And it really is a fantastic golfing experience, especially when the wind is blowing in Scotland. It really gives you the true golf links experience. So let's see if we can flop this one close. It's another perfect. That ball should bite. Almost hitting the flagstick there. Didn't sit down as quickly as I would have liked.
This one for birdie.
It's another straightforward putt, just going right centre off the hole.
Getting there.
And wow, it's another putt. I played that firm to ensure it held its line.
Little too much power.
And you can see there that the grids are moving quicker
The cup.
than what it showed me originally on the first look of the putt. So that is two errors that we have experienced
2 under
on
for
the greens
round.
here. We are only 2 under.
Wind's picking up a bit. We got a
We should
headwind
be
on
4,
this one.
or could be 4. Sadly, the inconsistent green grids reared their ugly heads there. Oh, there's a tiny slow, and with a combination of the wind, we are going to miss the fairway to the right hand side and find myself in the heavy rough here. This is going to be a tricky shot. It's actually not the worst of lies.
On out of this.
Does 9-iron get there? Let's have a look at the green. It is heavily sloped to defend that pin. I'm just going to go 8-iron, apply a good bit of loft and backspin here, and hopefully this does find the green. So laser beam perfect. Oh, I've just applied too much loft there. Should get a firm kick. Really didn't need all that loft. So that is going to leave me a lengthy putt with a lot of movement in this. 26 feet out, 1 foot uphill, turning from right to left fairly aggressively. We've got the weight, but we are going to miss on the left hand side, and we are going to walk away with another par. But of course, playing rather difficult in these high winds. Swinging very well though, apart from one tee shot which we missed the fairway, which you just seen. So hole number 6, this is the first of the par 5s. We do have wind advantage, so we are going to have a chance of reaching this green in 2 if I do find the fairway. This 14 mile per hour wind should comfortably carry me past 350 yards. We do get the perfect. This really is a fantastic golf course. Sadly, I've got no idea who did design the course, but hats off to them. They've made a fantastic job of it so far.
220 yards away.
Oh, really in between clubs here. I'm going to try and play a true links golf shot. We're going to use the fairway, hopefully kick it on, avoiding that slope to the right, which is defending the flag stick. Oh, there's a tiny slope. I'm not sure where this is going to kick. It's kicked right. I really expected that to kick left, and we are going to run into this greenside bunker. It's going to be nothing more than a splash shot though. Really confident of getting this up and down for the birdie. Just applying full backspin here. See if we can hole it out. We do get the perfect. Slope at our feet taking me more to the right than I allowed for. And that's left me a 2 foot putt for birdie, which we do convert. And I do get to 3 under par. But really happy with how I'm playing so far. I think we've been unfortunate with some of the putts we have left ourselves. But hole number 7, short par 4 with this wind behind us. Swinging really well, but you can see how tight these fairways are, especially on master swing difficulty. It's going to be another pitch shot, so getting plenty of practice on the pitching here. Going to try and take that slope out of the equation by going long and spinning this back. Going for the par shot, looking about 95% power here, ideally. I got 99. Should bounce and spin back though. Oh, we've hit the pin. What a fantastic golf shot that is. And that is another tap-in birdie. And I do get to 4 under. But really enjoying this golfing experience at Carnoustie Championship Golf Links course. Hole number 8, this is a really tight par 3. I'm just going to de-loft 5-iron, try and keep it low. The wind is really going to move me from right to left. If we're going to miss the green, want to miss it on the left side. It's another fantastic strike, but I've not played the wind enough there. We are going to miss the green on the left hand side with that ball rolling off, but that is a really tough green to hold in this weather conditions. So let's see if we can chip this one in, or at the very least get it close. Not a lot of movement in it once it gets up there. Certainly going to turn from right to left. Oh, it's a red slope. That ball just comes up short. We do tap that in for another solid par, and I will remain at 4 under. So the final hole of the front 9 coming up here. It's another tight fairway, and with these crosswinds, it really is leaving you very little room for error. There's another perfect. That wind really moving me over to the left hand side of the fairway. That's probably going to leave me nothing more than an 8 iron into this green.
Okay, this is about 160
So 160 yards, just out a little bit. So 8 iron is going to be bang on. Playing the course and the conditions here. It's another perfect. I've not allowed enough for the wind there once again. The wind's really moving me. Yardage was bang on as well. That's going to leave me a pin high putt from 33 feet out. Turning from left to right. Let's see if we can lag this one closer, go one better, and drop it into the cup. Ball should start to turn. It's got a chance, you know. Didn't turn as much as I expected. Good weight, gave it a chance. Hopefully we can convert this 5-foot putt for par, which I do. So we are going to finish the front 9 at 4 under par. On another day with a little bit more luck on the greens, we could comfortably be 6 or 7 under. But hole number 10, the wind now changing. It's going to make the course a lot longer. But that's the joy of links golf in the Scottish weather when the wind is blowing. And it's going to be a complete flip reversal from the front 9 where many of my tee shots were with the wind leaving me a pitch. This is 190 yards into the wind. I'm just going to deal off 4 hybrid here. Try and land this short of the pin and get the ball rolling up towards the flagstick. Oh, it's a tiny slow, and that is going to come up short right now. This may actually run off the green. It has done. I really needed the perfect there.
Setting up here now for our third
We should get this one close with the lob wedge, just splashing this. If we get it on a good line, it will have a chance of going in the hole. Valiant attempt, just a little bit long and left of the flagstick, but it is a 4-foot putt, which I do drop in for the par. And par is going to be a good score on some of these holes with the wind conditions. Actually, this time the wind is with us. We are just going to shape this a tiny little bit round the tree. Another good sight of Barry Byrne. There's another perfect. Really swinging well today. Surely this hole's the left hand side of the fairway. It's not. That's frustrating when you play a perfect and fail to find the fairway. And this is a tough pin. We can play the backstop though. So let's pitch this. Should bounce just short of the slope and gain momentum on the downhill slope and come back off the backstop just like this. Surely that has the legs to get up to the top of the backstop. It has done, and that is a fantastic links golf shot. That's what links golf is all about, playing the conditions, using the environment to your advantage, and hopefully I can convert this putt. It's not turned. It didn't turn at my feet. I really expected that to turn a lot more at my feet. So not having the best of luck on the greens here. A few ghost breaks and a few misreads. It does mean I'm going to remain at 4 under par. But hole number 12, once again, crosswind coming into play here. There's another perfect.
Looks like a fairway off the tee here.
And as you can see, these fairways are pretty tight. But very happy with how I'm playing, with the exception of the greens.
Yards away.
I'm just going to apply a little bit of backspin to this 9 iron. Play the wind. I've not been allowing enough for the wind in some holes. Anything right of the flagstick here should be decent.
Ooh, looking good.
This ball should kick back towards the flag. That's a good shot. It has eventually sat down.
Nice little approach shot.
And this is still going to be a tricky putt though from 11 feet.
This is definitely makeable.
Now the ball the last few times hasn't moved as much as I expected it to at my feet, so we won't overread it this time. Ah, typical. Didn't play the slope of my feet as much as what I had done previous putts, and this time it really does turn.
Alright, let's head to the next.
And we will remain at 4 under par. So these greens really are offering me a real test. Hole number 13, this is going to be a long par 3 into the wind, 165 yards. I think 5-iron with full backspin is going to be bang on yardage with a perfect here. We do get the perfect. This ball is really holding up in the wind. It needs to get down though. Should run out a little bit. It has done, and that's a really good shot. I expected it to run out a little bit more than what it did.
13-foot putt.
But hopefully I can convert this putt. Beads are hardly moving. Once again, just going to play it a little bit firm. That should turn. It does turn, and this time we do read that to perfection. That ball dropped right into the heart of the cup. And we move on to hole number 14. This is going to be a long par 5 with the wind in our face. If the wind was with us here, we would comfortably reach the green in 2 with finding the fairway off the tee shot. Tiny slow, which means we are going to find the right hand side of the fairway. We actually may still reach this green in 2, you know. 237 yards, 13-mile-per-hour wind. I'm going to hit driver here. I think driver comfortably gets there. I'm just going to loft this up a tiny bit, try and throw it up into the wind. Oh, it's a laser beam, perfect. That ball needs to get down. Wow, that's going to be closer to the opposite pin. This is a shared green. What would happen if this goes in? I tell you what, this is a chance. It just misses on the left hand side. This is going to be a monster putt. I really have no idea what would happen. I've never experienced that if the ball did drop into the wrong cup on a shared green. But 130-foot putt here. If I can get this within 10 feet, I'm doing well. Breaking both ways, multiple ways in fact. This is all about the weight. 77% power. I think I may have just underhit this. Should start working its way down the slope. It's running out really well actually. I have underhit it, but hopefully that's a pretty straightforward putt for birdie number 6 from 7 feet. Hopefully this one does turn. It did turn right into the middle of the cup, and I do move to 6 under par with my 6th birdie off the round. Hole number 15. It's another tee shot where we are going to be hitting into the wind. This is going to be a really long hole. This is the longest par 4 on the course. But with these double figure winds into our face, this is probably going to be a 5-wood, maybe even a 3-wood.
Okay, this is about
it is going to be a 3-wood, and I don't even know if we're going to reach. So just try to land this at the front of the green. I'm not sure if we are going to reach though. It's another perfect. This bunker's in play. That wind's really holding me up. I think this kicks into the bunker. Sadly it does. Just could not reach that.
Well, you're not going to hit every green.
Could have hit the driver there.
Okay, here's our
I'm
third
very
shot.
comfortable from this area and around the green, so just going to try and splash this one close and walk away with a par. It's a great execution. It should run out. Checked up a little bit quicker than I had hoped. It's another makeable putt from 8 feet out. Very little movement. Didn't move at all. Good read, good putt. Scrambled well there to walk away with a par. I am still 6 under par despite swinging very, very well here on master swing difficulty. So there is a little gully here either side of the flagstick that if we do find, hopefully this sets up a birdie opportunity. 3-wood should just about get there. Barry Byrne is now in play. There's a tiny slope. That is going to come up short right. We may get a firm kick up onto the dance floor though. We have done. I'm not sure it's got the legs to get up the top of the slope. It's going to come all the way back down. But yeah, watch out for Barry Byrne now because it is in play for the closing holes. You just need to ask Jean van de Velde all about the hazard. Probably the most famous water hazard in golf after his situation. So it's another long putt, 60 feet uphill. I think I've actually underhit this one severely. I have done. This is a missable putt now. It'd be a disaster
Here's an 11-footer.
getting a bogey here because I'm playing so well, and I'm only 6 under to show for how well I'm playing. How's that not turned? Surely it turns. Oh wow, right at the last second. But how on earth did that not turn more aggressively than what it did? Fortunately it did drop for the par. I will remain at 6 under par. Hole number 17. There's the talked about Barry Byrne. Fortunately we can comfortably carry this with a wind advantage. It's another perfect. It's going to leave me nothing more than a pitch shot or a full wedge once again. The run out we're getting in these greens, on these fairways even, is remarkable. Really in between clubs here. I've got a 13 mile per hour wind. I'm just going to go lob wedge. Apply a good bit of topspin. This should land at the front of the green. The wind should comfortably carry us. It's a great strike. How on earth has that ball died to death? An 83 yard club with a 13 mile per hour wind landed at 88 yards. Wow. I just cannot figure that out. Very random outcome there. Really expected that wind to comfortably carry me onto the green. Let's see if I can chip this one close. I think I've experienced all the bad sides to the game today. At times the inaccurate green grids go on turn, and then the randomness of the wind, the 13 mile per hour wind that added 5 yards to my initial club yardage. It's just bizarre. I've been overly aggressive there. This is now another test and uphill putt just for the par.
Putt appears to be online.
Fortunately that did hold its line and didn't turn off anymore. That may have missed, but we do remain at 6 under par. And we are on the final hole, a fantastic golf hole to close the course out. This is going to be a monster par 4 into the wind. But there's the fantastic facilities you are seeing in the background. But really happy with how I've swung today. Just a little bit of misfortune on the greens due to some misread putts and some inaccurate green grids. But 3 wood should comfortably get me up onto the dance floor here. Oh, we get the perfect. This should really set up a good birdie opportunity here. Would love to finish with a birdie on the final hole of this epic version of the Carnoustie Championship golf course. It's another straightforward putt. Very little movement in this. Just going right hand side of the cup. It didn't turn. It's just been one of those days on the greens. My goodness. That putt just sums up today's round. But I am going to finish with a 65 6 under par. But that is it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to smash the like button. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.
And that's going to do it for us here today. Thank you so much for playing, and we'll see you